Good morning. I'm setting up to hop on live on Instagram. We are actually going to be talking today about magnesium and the role it plays and which one should you use. Let's get this set up. I hope you're having a great morning. It's a little hot here where I'm at. And we're still live. An error occurred. Let's try that again. Uh-oh. Okay, we might have a little technical issue. Let me reach out to ask Shelly if I'm actually live. I'm getting an error. Error occurred. So now I see people hopping on, but it says I'm not live. If you're out there and I see a couple people have hopped on, am I live? Let me know. I'm not sure of these things. Am I live? I put a text out to Shelly. Yes, I am. So I'm not sure why that error is occurring. I'm going to ignore it. Oh, let's see. Cancel. Okay, hold on. Boy, I am holding on to my magnesium. Oh, thank you, Sarah. I'm not sure what happened there. Magnesium can be so confusing. There are pills, there are Epsom salts, there are creams, lotions, patches. There's so many types of magnesium. How do you determine which one is the best for you? It all comes down to what are your goals? My goal is magnesium cell saturation. Pills are isolated synthetic nutrition. They cannot get you to magnesium cell saturation when you test that through your magnesium red blood cell blood work. Pills can be beneficial. So many studies to support that. I want more. I want every cell surrounded by magnesium so that my body can determine and has sufficient supply to go in my body where it needs to go to start all of those processes. Let's talk about patches. Patches, I was really excited about in the beginning and actually have been working on some formulations for that. How easy to throw a patch on your body somewhere, and we know that your skin absorbs. Put a patch on, get up, go. Simple. But it didn't meet my goal of giving my body enough magnesium to maintain cell saturation. Magnesium is the master mineral. You burn through magnesium every day. The thoughts you think, the food you eat, the medications that you might be taking, all can decrease from your magnesium levels. Creating cell saturation in your body is about maintaining enough magnesium coming in and understanding how much you're pushing out. When you maintain magnesium cell saturation, it acts as a spark plug to start all of the other processes in your body. Soaking in a sea brine magnesium that is undiluted, that is not manufactured in a lab, that is not made from flakes. May I repeat myself, please? That is not made from flakes. I've found is the best way to increase my magnesium levels in my red blood cells. Our serum levels, which is what most doctors test for, is our body pulling just enough magnesium to keep our blood serum at 1%. I don't want to just barely keep my blood serum at 1% because being at 1% means that your body, if it doesn't have enough magnesium, has pulled magnesium from your heart, has pulled magnesium from gallbladder function, pancreas, bones, digestion, brain. I want to be at 1% in my blood serum and have enough to have my magnesium red blood cells at cell saturation. Pills are deficient in getting us to that point. They're isolated, they've been heated, processed, put down a conveyor belt. They give you benefit. They cross the blood-brain barrier. Some of those pills, because it's a single form of magnesium in synthetic isolation, some of the pills are better for one thing than another thing. And that's where the confusion came in for me. And then I learned about soaking in magnesium and realized when I used sea brine magnesium from the cleanest source without heavy metals, arsenic, lead, and not manufactured in a lab, that's what got me to cell saturation. For me, it simplified the process. I didn't have to worry, do I need malate for this and citric for this and theanine for this? I keep my body at cell saturation, and that's helped me achieve a stronger vitamin D panel. Your goal is to determine what are your goals with magnesium. For example, if you're not able to soak, the ideal solution, the next step would be spray magnesium on the bottom of your feet. The bottom of your feet act as a pump to pull the magnesium up through your body. This is the fastest way to cell saturation. If you're not able to soak, this is the next best option. Then let's talk creams and lotions. Magnesium creams and lotions need to be looked at through the lens of what oils are in them and what type of preservative system do they have. When you're using creams and lotions, the type of preservative can actually slow down the uptake of magnesium. Creams are able to hold more magnesium because of the suspension. The suspension bridge is closer together, therefore it can hold the weight of more magnesium. Lotions are not able to hold as much as the cream is because you have a thinner suspension bridge of emulsification to hold that magnesium. So in order of magnesium amounts, this is going to give you the most. This will be your next best option. Spraying it on your feet and soft tissue areas will absorb most. Magnesium muscle cream holds the next amount, the next level of magnesium. And then lotion is a great option for young children and those with sensitive skin. This gets you in a very different place than this. I call this therapeutic dosing and this target dosing. For example, I've been on my computer all day. My shoulders are tight. I might not soak in that moment, but I am going to turn to magnesium muscle cream or magnesium lotion. Matching your magnesium with what your goals are becomes a part of your journey in determining when you use magnesium. How much magnesium do I use? Transdermally, comparing oral doses to transdermal doses doesn't work. If you were to take the amount of magnesium that's in this magnesium soak orally, you would be quickly in digestive issues. But when you take it up through your skin, the dosing requirement is different. A quarter cup of this magnesium is approximately 8,000 to 12,000 milligrams, depending on that sea brine. Now, on my label, I put that it's at 31% elemental saturation. It will never go below that. It can go above that because this is a product found in nature and it's not going to be exactly the same and as standardized as a pill is. The reason that a pill is standardized is because it's been heated, isolated, and it's a synthetic form, so they can tell you the exact levels in that pill. Magnesium soap is found in nature in underground seabeds. This comes from the Zechstein Sea, which is currently the only place that is certified in Europe to be used transdermally. Europe has tighter standards than we do here in the United States. I could get magnesium from Utah, but it would be very high in arsenic. I could get magnesium from Russia, but it's very high in aluminum. I want the cleanest source possible, and currently that comes from the Zechstein Sea. Can we talk Epsom salts and flakes while we're on this journey of you determining which is the best option for you? My goal is the least amount of input for the most amount of benefit. There is a real surge in flakes, magnesium flakes. Even if that flake came from the Zechstein Sea, because it's been taken from the chloride, the natural brine, converted into a flake, that's when you lose the momentum of magnesium. When that conversion happens, it becomes less of a magnesium product and it's harder to get into your cell. Flakes will never be a good option for me because of the process that they have to go through to become a flake. Magnesium brine is more easily put into the cell than a magnesium flake is. Now, so many people have jumped on the bandwagon as magnesium has become trending this last 2 years. And they take the flakes because they're very inexpensive. You're not getting as much magnesium from the flakes, and they're not able to penetrate the cell as much. But their goal is to sell magnesium. Nothing wrong with selling magnesium. My goal is to get you feeling better and for you to be a part of this community that are women focused on putting in optimal input for massive benefits. And with magnesium, sea brine is where it's at. The flakes cannot get you there. Putting flakes and reconstituting them back into water is one of the most expensive ways to achieve cell saturation. It will take you longer, and it will take an incredible amount of flakes to equal the benefit of a natural sea brine that has not been processed. Epsom salts. We know we feel better when we get in an Epsom salt bath. It's incredible the relaxation that you get. Your muscles feel better. Those Epsom salts do not have the ability to penetrate your cells like a magnesium sea brine does. They don't have as much magnesium, and the penetration to the cell decreases. If you want relaxed muscles, Epsom salts are the way to go. If you want optimal health, magnesium soap from Living the Good Life Naturally, sea brine, never diluted, never formulated in a lab, is the fastest way to achieve cell saturation. Many times when people get their magnesium red blood cell levels tested, there can be more confusion. When we have confusion, we can stop making decisions. It can create overwhelm. Understanding that test, did I take the correct test of a magnesium red blood cell test, or did I take a magnesium serum test? Magnesium serum levels will be very different than magnesium red blood cell levels. The next question to ask yourself when you find out if you've achieved magnesium cell saturation is, on this magnesium red blood cell test, am I looking at a test that was measured in milligrams, or am I looking at a test that was measured in millimoles? And the answer will be very different. On my website, I actually have a blog post that Sarah helped me figure out how to convert millimoles over to milligrams if your magnesium red blood cell test came back in millimoles, because it won't look like you've achieved cell saturation, but you could have if you make that simple conversion over to milligrams. Ultimately, the decision is up to you. Understand what your end destination is. Do you want relaxed muscles? Do you want spot treatment? Or do you want the full Monty of what magnesium can offer you? And that is magnesium soak. Soaking in magnesium, a natural sea brine, undiluted, not processed, not reconstituted from flakes, not made in a lab, is the quickest way to achieve cell saturation. When you start creating a magnesium-rich environment, you walk away from calcium dominance. When your body is calcium dominant, it makes it a lot harder to create optimal health. And it extends the amount of time that you need to focus on creating health and then switching to maintaining health, which is a much easier place to be. Ask yourself some questions. What are my goals? Spend a moment determining what are the benefits that I want to see from my magnesium. Is it the full cell saturation, or do I just want spot treatment? That will help you determine which choice is best for you. After my health crash, being in a wheelchair, having seizures, tubes bringing things in, tubes taking things out, I knew I wanted the optimal. I wanted cell saturation. That's why I started carrying this product. I wanted to be in charge of the supply chain so that no one was going from magnesium brine, which is much more expensive than a reconstituted magnesium flake. My promise to you is I will never sell you a reconstituted magnesium flake. My family packs it, we label it. Now we do have help with an amazing team, but my family's in charge of that supply chain and that process, because the end goal at Living the Good Life Naturally is helping women wake up feeling energized. Yesterday, I spoke with a woman who is making incredible changes in the world. She has a support system that she's created for other moms that have children who experience some unique special needs. That magnesium has helped fuel her passion of bringing women together and creating community. And when we do that, women are healthier. Connected women are healthy women. Take a moment today, that's my challenge to you, and determine what are your goals with magnesium. Mine is cell saturation. Love being with you today, and we'll see you next Monday for our next magnesium moment.